that level.
Oh man, I just had to hear that song again. I love that beat. Oh, it's another Monday. We back here on Monday. It's Monday again. Welcome everybody, welcome one and welcome all to the Play Level Podcast. This is Pablo Man 44. This is Pablo Man 44 stream. Today on Monday, as usual, we do the Play Level Podcast. And this is episode number 10. We at 10, baby? That's what they call a milestone. It's not a big one. It's a little one. It's like taking a long trip and it's your first gas up. You know, drove for some hours, across the state, maybe a state and a half. And you're like, you know what? It's time to gas up now. We done put in some work, put in some time. We low on gas now. We gotta re-up. So here we are, episode number 10 of the Play Level Podcast. And I do have some interesting stories to talk about today. I have quite a few. If I count, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 stories. Today is 10-4. So 10 plus 4 is 14. Wow, what a coincidence. No such thing as coincidences, people. I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't say, let me make sure I have 14 stories. I was just browsing the internet as I always do, doing my research, and I came across some stories. Some of them, I mean, there were more, but I took some off. I was like, you know, maybe not that one, because I just saw that I had a whole bunch of, you know, links open, and I'm like, got all these tabs open. That's a lot. That's a lot of stories. Maybe I'll cut out a few. There was a few that were, you know, it was nice to hear, nice to talk about, but not as serious, you know. But nonetheless, 14 stories is it is, ladies and gentlemen. So prepare yourself. Let me see. Let me make sure this. All right. I always got to make sure that the audio is coming through right. Let me hit you with something. Okay, so that isn't synced up. Let me see. Hey, hold up. Did it take all my keybinds off? It shouldn't have taken my keybinds off. Let me see. Where's my Woogie Boogie? All right. Connect with OBS. We are connected. Let's refresh. Let's try it again.
Boogie, boogie.
There we go. I just want to make sure it's heard. Hold on.
Boogie, boogie.
Okay, so I can see it being heard. So hopefully it is being heard. But yeah, so today's episode number 10, and we're gonna kick it off right now. Here we are at the Play Level Podcast, where we talk about the latest gaming news, mostly PlayStation, but not just PlayStation. We are PlayStation centric. We do love talking about PlayStation stuff. There's a lot of newsworthy PlayStation things that happen. PlayStation is killing them out there right now, as far as I'm concerned. I'm a big PlayStation fan. This is a PlayStation centric podcast, but we will also talk about other things, like anything that's, you know, current releases or current rumors, anything that I come across that's something that just pops and it's like, oh snap, everybody needs to know about this. Or it's stuff that people have been talking about that I feel like discussing and getting my point of view out there in the open, in the internet, just in case somebody comes by and says, you know what, he's got a point there. That's what the Play Level Podcast is about. That's what we do here. Also, you know, we troll Xbox and stuff because I'm a PlayStation guy. So of course we gotta troll Xbox. But no, it's all out of love, because gamers are gamers. Make sure you got a controller in your hand, or mouse and keyboard, or I prefer controllers. Though I do a little mouse and keyboard, but I'm a PlayStation gamer to heart, so I need a controller in my hand. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're having fun, doing something that's constructive, that's keeping you out of, trouble. You ain't out there acting crazy, you doing stupid stuff and putting yourself in harm's way, putting other people in harm's way, or messing up your stuff, messing up your life, messing up, your relationships and stuff. People out there doing crazy stuff. So gamers unite. Gamers, we did well during this pandemic and still are holding strong in what we do, because we didn't have to be in social gatherings and clubs and things like that and whatnot. We were cool hanging out with our friends with the headset on in a party chat, playing some games, some Call of Duty, some Grand Theft Auto, some Minecraft. Those who play Fortnite. I don't play it, but to each his own. 2K, and all that. So we held strong, and that's what the podcast is about. Let's talk about all these things. Let's talk about sports too, because now I have some sports to talk about. I'm just going to briefly mention it. How Chicago Bulls start their preseason tomorrow at 8:00 against the Cleveland Cavaliers, who they just traded off Larry Markkinen to. And now we got a whole squad, and I'm ready to go. So I'm going to tune into that game. And, I'm excited. Basketball is back. And we have the WNBA. I don't know a lot of people who follow WNBA, but I do. So my favorite WNBA player has moved. I used to be an LA Sparks fan. I'm still a Sparks fan because they got a squad, but my favorite player, I don't have to stay. I didn't grow up, a fan of a specific team in the WNBA. I did follow the Sparks a lot. I have been a Sparks fan for a while. But I also like the Chicago Sky because they're Chicago. I'm a Chicago Bulls fan. I never lived in Chicago, never been to Chicago, but I've been a Chicago Bulls fan all my life since I was 5. So to me, it felt natural that I liked Chicago Sky, so I followed them as well. But a lot of my favorite players ended up playing for the LA Sparks. Now, Candace Parker, who's been my favorite player for the past few years, quite a few years, she's now on the Chicago Sky, and they are right now up 2-1, trying to close out the series to get to the finals, hopefully win that championship, So that's exciting for me. And then we got the Bulls season started. And the Giants start off 0-3, killing me. I'm a New York Giants fan. That's, we talk football. I'm a Giants fan. Start off 0-3. It's killing me, man. But then, we beat the Saints. So, got to take the good with the bad. I can't dwell on the past. We lost some games. We won our last game. So that's pretty good. Saquon had the game-winning touchdown. So shout out to the Giants. But nonetheless, Play Level Podcast, we'll talk about sports, video games, tech. We got some rumors, upcoming releases, things like that. Whatever comes, regarding all that stuff, that's what we talk about here. So, but first, let's go to level 2. Level 2 is where we check in. How are you doing today? Since I don't have a co-host, I don't have a guest, how am I doing today? I am doing well. I just got out of class not too long ago, and it was a great class. We had a good time, and we went longer than we normally do because it was a good class, so I was happy about that. Those who don't know, I'm in the Bible Institute at my church in New York. We do it over the phone, over Zoom, So I'm still, though I moved to Florida, I'm still able to participate in the Bible Institute, so I'm still going on strong there. 7 years now. So all good. All good. This is the year of completion. And I am in Postgrad 2, which is the class of completion. I don't have to take any more classes after this. I plan on hopefully taking another class called Spiritual Warfare, which is a really deep class. So, but nonetheless, as far as what I'm required to take, this is my last year. and it's the number 7 is the number of completion, so it's just befitting, you know. But anyway, that's how I'm feeling today. You know, chillax, relax. Had the day off. Had the day off yesterday. You know, got to get back on the grind tomorrow. Back to work. So let's have a great podcast tonight, and let's try to end at a good, you know, on a good note at a good time, so that I can get myself ready and get enough sleep tonight, so that I'm fresh for work tomorrow. But yeah, that's how I'm feeling. All good. So we can move on. I love that sound. I love the old school gaming sounds. It just resonates, you know, with me. It just feels like, you know, nostalgic. And just let's hear that sound again. Here we are at level 3. Level 3, we talk about what we have been playing the past week. I myself have only been playing, only game I played this past week. Well, actually I played 2. I didn't get to play Spider-Man, and I'm mad about that, because I kind of did say I might try to finish before, you know, today. I said last week, you know, I got a whole week, you know, maybe I can get through and finish up by the next podcast. I think I said that. I might have said that. If I didn't say that, then we didn't have this conversation. But I didn't get to play it, which is okay, because I played Silent Hill Origins and I'm progressing in the story. I ran into some hiccups on Wednesdays. Wednesday's stream was a nightmare. It was a disaster. It was terrible. What happened? I don't know. I don't know what happened. My internet kept cutting off. I could not stay connected for the stream. It took a while before it eventually connected and stayed connected. But the beginning of it was like on and off, on and off, on and off. The game that I was playing, Silent Hill Origins, I was using my phone, you know, with the emulator, and it just was glitchy. It was just like moving like that, and the sound was all distorted. Just sounded bad. It looked bad. I was like, oh my gosh! I was trying to get through certain spots, and it was getting smoother at spots, but not smooth, just smoother. I eventually said, you know, let me get to the save spot. Let me just end it. Like, I'm just gonna have to take this L. Stream was just, it just, I don't know. It's like everything was trying to stop me from streaming on Wednesday. I was so frustrated with it. But Friday night, redemption came. I decided to contact, after doing some research, I decided to contact the person who made the emulator, because it said that someone asked if, you know, said that they own, you know, they bought it, they already purchased the emulator for their phone, you know, on mobile. Can they, you know, does it carry over to, you know, the PC? And the person who owns and made this app, this emulator, said, yeah, just send me, you know, an email and I will get you your code, your link. So I said, oh snap, let me try that too. And I did, and it worked. They hit me back with the link, said, yeah, for sure, I got you, I'll take care of you. Sent me the link to download it on the computer, totally free, didn't have to pay for it again. You know, it was only $5, but you know, $5 adds up after a while. So I didn't have to pay for it again. And I was like, boom shakalaka. Download it, and it worked so much better. And it looked better because I was able to turn up some settings because of my PC. So, you know, it didn't, you know, it don't look remastered or anything, but you know, it does look better. It does look like, you know, the lighting looks clearer and cleaner. You know, just things just look crispier, not crispy. They don't look like all of a sudden like the developers went back and changed some of the textures and stuff. No, that didn't happen. That's not what happens. But it, you know, you can see the difference. So I was happy and I was excited. So I played that. I think we streamed for like 3 hours and change. if I'm not mistaken. So we put in some work. It was fun and a lot was going on. Shout out to Purple Defensor, because Purple Defensor has showed up to the stream. I haven't seen Purple in a while. Purple is one of my day ones. When I first started streaming, it was in like my first month. Purple came, stopped by the stream, and then was consistent. With coming through. And I know things happen in life where you can't always come through. But Purple always finds his way back, and I appreciate him. I appreciate him for that. And he came by on Friday, and it was definitely a treat. And he had a good time. And they were laughing at me because, playing horror game, of course, But I have fun. I love Silent Hill. So I'm looking forward to finishing it so that I can move on to the next. The next one in the story I'll be playing Silent Hill 1. And I'll be playing that on my PS2 because I have the hookup. I don't need an emulator for that one. I have a hookup to play, Silent Hill 1 on my PS2 because the PS2 is backwards compatible with PS1. And I have the HDMI to PS2 adapter, so I can plug my HDMI cable, plug the PlayStation cables into my HDMI adapter, and plug the HDMI cord into the back of that, and then run it to the capture card, and you know how that goes, so you know what that is. So then I'll be able to play that straight through. So hopefully that'll be an easier thing to do, because my PlayStation 2 runs beautiful. I just pray it stays that way. Because then I want to do Silent Hill 1, Silent Hill 2, and Silent Hill 3. I do want to play Silent Hill Shattered Memories because I've never played it. I could not find it anywhere, but I got it on the emulator. So I'm thinking if I'm gonna play Silent Hill 1, then Shattered Memories, and then Silent Hill 2 and 3 and 4. Because Shattered Memories, I heard, is similar to Silent Hill 1, but it's like a little different. So I'm thinking, I'm trying to figure out where in the story it is. So I have to do some more research to see if maybe that is the next game I play. Or I'm gonna go straight to Silent Hill 1. I don't know, I'll figure it out. But nonetheless, that's what I've been playing. So we move on. Here on level 4, we talk about the stories. Let's get into this beautiful, long 14 story list of things that I have on here to talk about today. Let's see what we got. Let's get rid of view. All right, number 1 on the list. Number 1 on the list is definitely something to celebrate. Number 1 on the list is that the PS5 reaches 1 million units sold in the UK, breaking previous PlayStation console record. PlayStation 5 is just breaking records. PlayStation always breaks their own record every time they drop a new console, and that's just a sentiment to those who own PlayStations and who are fans of PlayStation, who continue to support this company and their games and their gaming platforms and consoles and stuff. So shout out to everybody who's a PlayStation owner. We stand strong with, if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. Like, PlayStation gets it right. They got the games, it looks beautiful. Games play beautiful. They do great stuff. This controller is the greatest controller ever made. Don't let nobody fool you. The DualSense is the best controller ever made. Like, ever made. No question, not even close. All right. So the story says the PS5 is officially the fastest selling PlayStation console in the UK, reaching over 1 million units sold. Units sold in 39 weeks after launch. The new record is 3 weeks faster than the previous sale record held by the PS4. Nice. For the past year, Sony has been determined to break its own console sales record, stating in June that it plans to break 22.6 million units sold worldwide, a record originally set by the PlayStation back in 1998. The company has already acquired the number of chipsets required to break the record and plans to sell at least 14.8 million units by the end of the fiscal year. So far, Sony's plans seem to be going well. Earlier this month, it reported that PS5 sales in Japan reached 1 million units, similarly breaking the previous record held by the PS4 by several weeks. It's no surprise that the PS5 is also doing well in the UK, considering it was the country's biggest console launch and broke sales records in Europe. Doubly impressive, considering the global shortage in semiconductors and a consistent shortage in consoles at physical retailers. While the PS5 was initially lagging in sales until July, GamesIndustry.biz reports that over 151,000 consoles were sold in August alone, with the PS5 dominating the market. Similarly, PS5 and PlayStation exclusive games have been performing fairly well in UK retailers, with games such as Deathloop, Spider-Man Miles Morales, and Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart taking over last week's top 10 physical sales charts. The PS5 has also performed significantly well in the United States thanks in part to the recent release of Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, which took first place in the August 2021 sales charts. Ghost of Tsushima also helped the PS5 maintain its sales lead in the US, for which it also currently holds the record for fastest selling PlayStation console. Sony CEO Jim Ryan is planning to hold a presentation on the future of the PlayStation brand next month in London. Oh snap. Okay. That could be where they show the PSVR 2. Next month in London. Okay. That is news itself. Let's go. That story was on the opposite end of the spectrum, but it just was the one that popped up. So we talked about it. That's a great thing for PlayStation. It's breaking records in every market. So, you know, the people have spoken. They know which is the better console. There's no console war. I keep saying it. You know, this is a slaughter out there. Anyway, next story. This comes from a tweet from Special Nick, who tweets, "Hey Sly fans, I guess some good news. My normal Sony source was originally told by a newer source, just confirmed to me that Sly is indeed coming back. That's it. That's all. Just an update since many of you still DM me to this day." Hopefully there's nothing else crazy on the screen right now. But yes, that is something that we touched on when we did the PlayStation presentation, and all the little things that they put in their trailer, the beginning trailer, that were like sneak previews to things that they're going to be releasing and talking about. And it wasn't only just stuff that they did in that presentation. Like they had logos for games that, you know, you would miss if you're not paying attention. But thanks to the power of the internet and YouTube, and be able to pause and rewind and slow it down and skim through it and scroll, you know, that little search bar to get to the right spot and take screenshots and analyze them, Google and stuff. We found out a whole lot of stuff, and Sly Cooper was one of the things that they teased in the background subliminally. And this is great that there's confirmation that they actually are working on a Sly Cooper game. If you've never played a Sly Cooper game, they're actually really fun, and it's definitely great that they're bringing Sly Cooper back. And I could think of how awesome it'll be on the PlayStation 5. And so I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully it's just like Ratchet & Clank, PS5 exclusive. You know, we'll see. All right. Next story. This is another tweet from my main man, Colin Moriarty. I watched Colin Moriarty on IGN. That's where I've seen him from. That's where I know the name from. I believe that's him. He tweeted, "I'm hearing through the grapevine." I heard it through the grapevine. No DMC, please. I'm hearing through the grapevine, Bluepoint may be on a journey to Yarnum. I don't know if I said that right. I apologize if I didn't. But those who don't know, right? I'm trying to see if it's spoiling at the bottom. Nope, they're not saying anything about it. Oh, it kind of is on the right. So if you haven't noticed, Yarnum is a place that comes from a game called Bloodborne. Now, that's their next project that they're working on for Sony. Outside of something that they want to do, they want to make a AAA game, something from scratch, something that's theirs. And you know, we're going to wait, not that one. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Let's bring this one over here, because that's the segue to the next two stories. Because now the next story is that Sony has acquired Bluepoint Games, and they're working on original content. Now that tells me that there was a contract made already previously, and that they had already been working on Bloodborne. Since probably they finished Demon Souls. Once they finished that game, this is telling me that they went on to start working on Bloodborne and doing a remake or a sequel. Something. They're doing something for Bloodborne, which is awesome. And they're going to do some original content. Now, they did an excellent job at bringing us a game that came out a long time ago and bringing it to us with this next-gen feel, next-gen graphics, next-gen everything. They put a beautiful touch on it. So I'm looking forward to see whatever they do next. You know, whether the next thing is the Bloodborne project or it's original content, like it says in this story. And this was funny because when they announced the acquisition of Housemarque, they also accidentally, jumped out with, this logo here, PlayStation Studios, Bluepoint, welcome to the family. So after a slip earlier this year, revealing plans to do so, Sony has finally officially announced its acquisition of Bluepoint Games, welcoming the notable remaster and remake developer to the PlayStation Studios family. However, what Bluepoint is up to next isn't another remaster or remake, but original content that the studio sees as the next evolution of itself. So I guess maybe the next game is their original stuff, but then it's good to know that they're working on two games, because you got, Insomniac Games over there working on like 3 right now. As far as the rumors go, 2 confirmed, but a 3rd rumored, that multiplayer joint, Marvel game. So, you come to Sony, you in the PlayStation family, in the PlayStation Studios, then you got support, and those people over there know how to make games. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're working on 2 games at once. Speaking of their excellent accomplishments in their game Demon Souls, it sells more than 1 million copies on PlayStation 5 alone. The PlayStation 5 remake of Demon Souls from Bluepoint Games has sold more than 1.4 million copies since its release as a PS5 launch title, according to Sony. Along with its original release, this brings Demon Souls' total sales to more than 2 million copies across all platforms. Not bad for a title that was once expected to be a commercial failure. When From Software first debuted Demon Souls at trade fairs in Japan, it was met with negative reactions as the title was deemed far too hard. Then Sony president Shuhei Yoshida, shout out to Shuhei, even called it an unbelievably bad game. After he spent 2 hours playing Demon Souls and couldn't even get past the starter area, this led Sony to pass on publishing the game outside of Japan, fully expecting it to be a commercial failure. Luckily for From Software, North American publisher Atlas and European publisher Bandai Namco felt differently. Positive word of mouth and third-party publisher promotion led Demon Souls to sell far better in Europe and North America than it was first predicted, selling out in many stores upon release. Demon Souls had sold 3 times the number of copies Atlas expected to ship in North America, and the game was eventually released under Sony's Greatest Hits label. 2 years after its release, the title had shifted around 1 million copies on PlayStation 3. Bluepoint Games' PS5 remake was understandably expected to be successful, and it achieved those expectations. It is an excellent art stone to pass through for newcomers and Bolitarian veterans alike. This game was crazy. The game is really hard. I get it. I haven't went through this game yet. I played it. I got stuck. I kept getting killed. I played with Ali and them, and I got past that part that I kept getting killed at. So I need some help. I need some nudging, but I do enjoy the game. I do not regret the purchase. I think it's an excellent game. I think it's super, super dope, super fun. It's just super hard, but the graphics are amazing on it. And it's a launch title, so sky's the limit from there. The only way to go is up from there. So that's happy news for me. So let's move on. We got that down. We can close these out because we got. I want to see stuff go down. Let's see. Speaking of From Software, I love the segues. I lined this up. I kind of messed up in the beginning, but now they're starting to fall in pieces. Now the dominoes are falling in place. From Software says Elden Ring is in the final stages of development. Okay. From Software's upcoming action-adventure title, Elden Ring, is reportedly in the final stages of development, according to producer Yasuhiro Kitao. I try to say these correctly. In addition to talking about the basic premise of the game, Kitao explains some of Elden Ring's other key features, such as how horseback riding will work and title's massive legacy dungeons. During Tokyo Game Show 2021, Famitsu hosted a brief video interview with Elden Ring producer and former PlayStation employee Yasuhiro Kitao. During the interview, Kitao revealed that From Software was currently working to finish up the game's development and were quite busy. Notably, Kitao mentioned how Elden Ring director Hidetaka Miyazaki and a few other members were coming into the office during the weekends, specifically during Tokyo Game Show, which was held over the weekend. In addition to the development update, Kitao also explained a few core mechanics that Elden Ring will feature, such as horseback riding. Players will be able to call their horse, translated literally as spirit horse, using a special whistle in order to traverse wider field areas. Though players cannot call their horse inside dungeons, Kitao notes that the horse will be able to double jump, and in some situations, such as fight with a large dragon, combat may be easier on horseback rather than on foot. Another key addition Elden Ring is bringing to the Soulsborne genre is the Legacy Dungeon system. Kitao explains the dungeons as massive castle-like dungeons that are similar to those from past games, located at the ends of the world map. Aside from these legacy dungeons, there will also be various types of medium to small sized dungeons scattered across the map, such as underground catacombs and monasteries that players can explore. To traverse the world, Elden Ring adds a new system that will allow players to set points of interest as well as expand their map by picking up map pieces along their travels. Elden Ring releases on January 21st, 2022. Okay, that's a game that's interesting. And it's being talked about a lot. A lot of people are anticipating this game. This game could be a big one. So hopefully it lives up and exceeds the hype. At least live up to the hype. I would love to see games exceed the hype, because that's always dope when games like this do better, look better, play better, feel better than everyone expected. Because that's what we look for as gamers, man. We want these experiences that blow us away. They're like, oh man. Oh, this is crazy kind of moments, I want a lot of those this is crazy moments, I don't want a game that's gonna be like, oh yeah, this is fun, like I like this. Oh yeah, I liked it. I'm okay with games like that. I'll take those games that hold you over until the next yo, this game is crazy. Game, you know. I don't want a lot of those. Yeah, I liked it. It was good. That was good. You know, I don't. So you know what I mean. So moving on. Friday the 13th game studio, Illphonic, is working on a Ghostbusters game. Let's read into this before I start, you know. My brain already starts working because I think of the Friday the 13th game. And if Ghostbusters is that kind of game, like, how would that work? Let's see what they... Musician Raphael Sadiq, one of the co-founders of video game developer Illphonic LLC, has revealed that his studio is currently working on a Ghostbusters game. Wow, I didn't know Raphael Sadiq played video games like that. That is good to know. Let's put a pitch pin on that one. As spotted as reset error user Chairhome, Sadiq made the announcement during a Questlove Supreme podcast last week, talking about Illphonic's projects. He mentioned Friday the 13th, the game, last year's Predator Hunting Grounds, and the Ghostbuster game in development right now. Since Illphonic's last two games are PlayStation console exclusives, Predator Hunting Grounds and Arcadegeddon, and Sony owns the Ghostbusters franchise, there's speculation that the upcoming title will be a PlayStation console exclusive as well. However, there was no indication about this from Sadiq, and he made no comment other than revealing that Ghostbusters is in development. That said, Sony's ownership of Ghostbusters should be a relief for Illphonic. Friday the 13th, the game met an unfortunate end after years of legal battles between publisher Gun Media and franchise screenwriter Victor Miller. The battle didn't end in Gun Media's favor, resulting in development being ceased and servers being shut down. That sucks. The entire license is currently under a legal microscope, the company told disappointed fans back in 2018. We wish this was a more clear-cut, black and white scenario, but it is not. There is a lot of gray. We hope that in the near future, more legal clarity will occur, but this is not Gun's call. We'll update our readers when Illphonic's Ghostbusters is formally announced. In the meantime, you can check out 2019's Ghostbusters the video game remaster. I never played it. I do want to see if it was good. I don't remember hearing much about it, so maybe that's a bad sign. But, you know, nonetheless, let's keep it moving. October 2021's PlayStation Now lineup apparently includes The Last of Us 2 and Fallout 76. I think these things are supposed to come out this week. Sony Interactive Entertainment seems to have jumped the gun and has added October 2021's PlayStation Now titles to the service ahead of an official announcement, which should be coming tomorrow. So maybe it came today. I didn't see it when I was looking for stuff, so. According to screenshots circulating online, The Last of Us Part 2, Fallout 76, Desperados 3, Final Fantasy 8 Remastered, that 8 Remastered? And yet another Zombie Defense HD are joining the service. In addition, the addition of a Bethesda game might surprise some, but the publisher has previously said that it'll continue to support other platforms when it comes to multi-platform titles. Fallout 76 has come a long way since its rocky launch, so it's a worthy addition to PlayStation Now. That game was like very hard to play at times in the beginning. We tried to enjoy it. The enjoyment didn't last long. PlayStation Now saw exponential growth in fiscal year 2020. I think that's what FY means. The service nearly doubled the amount of subscribers from 1.8 million in FY 2019 to 3.2 million in FY 2020. Sony considers cloud to be one of its growth vectors and has pledged continuous investment to evolve cloud technology. The Last of Us Part 2 is a major addition, then, considering PC owners will be able to check out one of the best-selling PlayStation exclusives of the last generation. According to data shared by Sony back in June, The Last of Us 1 was among the most played games on PC via PlayStation Now in spring 2021. Bloodborne headlined the list, followed by Horizon Zero Dawn, Marvel's Avengers, and Detroit Become Human. The service received 1080p support in April this year. We'll update our readers when Sony officially announces October 2021's PlayStation Now lineup. A blog post is expected to go up tomorrow with further details, so check back for more information. I did not see a blog post about it, but as everything in all things, when I do my podcast, the very next day, they decide they want to give us some more information about things, and they drop stuff on us, and I'm like, come on, yo. You couldn't say that yesterday? But yeah, that'll be pretty dope. I have these games, but that's still good for PlayStation Now. PlayStation Now, I think, is going to evolve into something much bigger, and I'm just waiting to hear their plans to connect it with PlayStation Plus and make it a whole big thing and call it something else like PlayStation something. I don't know. Give it a name. Something epic. PlayStation Epic. But yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully that does happen. That would be wonderful. Moving on. This was interesting. All right. This came, I was looking at this, I was like, oh wow, wait. Sony introduces game trials. First batch includes Death Stranding Director's Cut and Sackboy: A Big Adventure. Leave it at that. Stupid cookies thing. Sony Interactive Entertainment is sending out emails to PlayStation Network users, inviting them to try video games before purchasing them, called game trials. The scheme has been kicked off with Death Stranding Director's Cut and Sackboy: A Big Adventure. I received the email sometime yesterday. Note, I have a UK account, which contains a lot of fine print. Death Stranding Director's Cut trial lasts 6 hours. From the time you click download trial via console or add to my library via web. This is going to be an issue if downloads start crawling for some reason, and your internet speed just plain stinks when it comes to downloads. The email makes it clear that you only get one trial account per game. One trial account per game. Say that 5 times fast. The trial period for Sackboy: A Big Adventure lasts 5 hours and is only available on the PlayStation 5. There was no such notice regarding platforms attached to the Death Stranding Director's Cut, so we're assuming that PS4 players can avail the offer too. We'll get back to you on this one. Trials for both games will be available until October 28th, 11:59 p.m. Ever wanted to try some of the most popular games from the PlayStation studios before committing to the full game? Reads the email. Well, now you can. Head over to the PlayStation Store and download your chosen game trial. Once you hit download, you'll get a limited amount of time to play the game, whether you play or not. Once the time is up, you need to purchase the full price game if you want to keep playing. If you received the aforementioned email and aren't from the UK, leave a comment below along with your region. I haven't looked at my emails to see if maybe I got one. I'm not going to do that now because y'all don't know how to mind your business. But I'll check that out after I'm done with the podcast today, I guess. See if I got me a code, you know? Actually, let's see if I can look on my phone. Y'all don't. Let's see, anything for PlayStation? Let's see. Maybe I should type in PlayStation, because this email address gets a lot of stuff. Look, I'm getting emails right now. Let me just type in PlayStation. Let's see if I got me an email. Maybe I didn't. I'm not in the UK, so. No. Nope. All good though. Unless it came really early. Hold on, huh? No. All right. So not yet. Hopefully I will. If I don't, I don't, you know? I want to play Death Stranding Director's Cut on my PS5, you know. I haven't purchased it yet. I don't think I pre-ordered it. I'm trying to finish the stuff I already have. I mean, I do already have the Death Stranding for the PS4, but you know, my backlog. We talk about this every week. My backlog is deep. I need to fix it. I need to get rid of a lot of games. Not get rid of games, but you know, finish them. And I'm on a precipice of finishing Spider-Man Remastered, so then I can move on to Miles Morales, and then move on to Ghost of Tsushima, and then move on to Death Stranding Director's Cut. And I have other games I'm playing in between. Like I said, on my stream on Wednesdays and Fridays, you'll be seeing me playing Silent Hill. I'm streaming Silent Hill until they come out with a new Silent Hill. Well, you know, until I finish all the other ones. I'm going down a list. I have them all. So I'm going down a list. I'm definitely probably not going to play that Vito one because it's not the same to me. You know, I don't care what anybody says. It's just not. So, yeah, moving forward. I really chuckled when I saw this because it was like the story we talked about previously on the podcast about how Call of Duty, the people who are banned on Warzone, Modern Warfare, will also be banned on Vanguard. Which is just like, suck it, losers. That's what you get for being out there cheating. So you get the big, because you're out there cheating and you messing up people's, you know, entertainment and enjoyment of a game. And there's a lot of people who take it serious, like who really want to be good at the game and really want to succeed and be successful. And they, you know, they put hours in the game and they get on people who's cheating. That's frustrating because you doing the work to play it right, and this person is cheating over there using whatever cheating method they use, and they, you know, I'm glad they got caught. I'm glad they're getting caught and they getting banned. That's what you get. Stop cheating. Just play the game, man. If you suck, man, just eat it. Like, if you're not good, this is what it is. You know, just enjoy it regardless. You know, just the way the game looks, the way the game plays, the thrill of it is fun enough, you know. Don't worry. Or play the campaign. You don't have to play multiplayer. You still get to shoot people in the campaign, all right? And the campaign actually looks better than the online. It actually does. It does look better, and it's really fun. Campaigns are really fun in these kinds of games. Battlefield doesn't have a campaign. I really hope they fix that. I doubt they will. Battlefield 2042 will not have a campaign, but, you know, whatever. I do want to check out this game. Like, I think there's supposed to be a beta or something coming up. But let's read the story. We're rambling. With Battlefield 2042 just days away from entering open beta, DICE has been explaining how it will be dealing with one of the biggest scourges of multiplayer games: cheaters. Exactly. In a commitment to positive play and a community charter, DICE explained how it will be using the easy anti-cheat system to detect cheating. Once cheaters have been detected, they'll be permanently banned from Battlefield 2042 across all platforms, and this will be done without warning. So you're just gonna be playing, doing your cheating, like, they ain't gonna catch me, and then you've been banned, and there's nothing you can do about it. You're done. The easy anti-cheat system has already been used successfully in Apex Legends and Star Wars Squadrons. Nice. But the team will be solely relying upon it. Players are asked to report anyone they see breaking the rules, and this can be done in-game or through EA help. Those who have reported cheaters will be notified DICE has received the report and will also be told if action has been taken against the cheater. Players can also report instances of harassment, resulting in a temporary suspension for the perpetrator unless they are a repeat offender, at which point bans could be permanent. Yes. Stop being toxic idiots on the internet. Like, just go and have fun. Why are you trying to destroy someone's self-esteem and trying to hurt someone's pride? Like, just play video games, man, and enjoy it. So I'm glad that they're taking action on this. I'm glad that they're doing a lot about this. Any potential instances of cheating will be assessed by teams dedicated to preventing, identifying, and sanctioning cheaters. Due to the team's no tolerance policy towards cheating, there won't be any warnings or temporary suspensions. Instead, those found to be cheating will be permanently banned across all of the game's platforms due to the game's cross-play functionality. If this means they're banned mid-match, then so be it. DICE will be working constantly to prevent cheaters from ruining the game. This means they'll be countering any third-party cheat systems that appear once the game has launched and providing multiple layers of defense to make sure the game remains fair for everyone. The easy anti-cheat system will also be in place for the game's open beta that's due to start on October 6th and remain in effect when Battlefield 2042 launches fully on November 19th. See, the beta's this week. Man, imagine playing a beta and getting banned, permanently banned because you a cheater. Let's get them out of there early before people even get their hands on it. Before people put any money in it and regret a purchase because they just keep getting killed by the same people doing cheating stuff. Let's get them people out here then. So that when people buy their money, put their money down on the game and they go get the game, they download it, they can enjoy it. We don't buy video games to be frustrated. I know games can be hard and that is frustrating, but it's different. Anyone who games knows it's different. It's different being frustrated with how difficult the game is, like Returnal. Like Cuphead. Like Demon Souls and games like that. The Bloodborns, the Souls-like games. We all know it's different. You're being frustrated at how difficult the game it is, then somebody is doing something that's giving them an advantage and putting you at a disadvantage, and it has nothing to do with skill. It has nothing to do with internet connection. It's they have a cheating mechanism that they're using, and that's how they're beating you, and it's frustrating. That's really frustrating. That's a different level of frustration. That's one that's hard to shake. So I'm glad that they are cracking down on it. So kudos to them. They get a celebration.
Boogie.
Let's go to the next one. I just like pressing my buttons. I just want to keep pressing all my buttons. Let's press another one. But don't you press my buttons. I just had to say something to, justify the pressing of that button. If you didn't like the joke, so what? I don't care. I'm a dad. I make dad jokes. I make jokes that sometimes make kids cringe, but you still get a chuckle no matter what. They still smile. It's so stupid, isn't it? But look at you laughing. So anyway, next story we have is a report that Konami, this is one that is touching that nerve, is hitting that spot that we've been kind of talking about and trying to figure out the rumors, speculation, what's real, what's not real. This right here, there's a report that Konami is gearing up to announce new Castlevania, Metal Gear Solid Revival, and multiple Silent Hill games. This was talked about a while back, that they were licensing Silent Hill out to a lot of different people, and that there will be a bunch of Silent Hill games coming. All right. I'm just looking for a true Silent Hill experience to come. And give me a VR Silent Hill. Oh snap, give me a VR Silent Hill. Make sure it's done right. Do it like they did Resident Evil 7. That kind of VR Silent Hill. I need one of those. But that would be crazy. The reliable folks over at Video Games Chronicle claim to have heard from their publishing sources that Konami is in fact gearing up to announce a revival of its beloved IPs Castlevania, Metal Gear Solid, and Silent Hill. Following years of rumors and reports, and of course we've been talking about it, VGC sources have said that Konami is gearing up to publicly showcase its plans at major shows next year, provided that the ongoing pandemic doesn't throw a spanner in the works. The publisher reportedly pulled out of E3 2021 because of timing issues, but already had a number of key projects in the works. So let's talk about these projects. According to VGC, The first project is a new Castlevania game that will be a reimagining of the series. Development is already underway internally with support from external Japanese studios. Previous reports suggested that Bluepoint Games, which is now under Sony Interactive Entertainment, might be working on a Metal Gear Solid remake. VGC sources claim that while a remake is in the works, it's being developed by an external Chinese studio. What's more is that this remake is based on Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater as opposed to the original release. Konami also intends to release remasters of the original Metal Gear Solid games for modern consoles. Ahead of the larger project, we understand, VGC wrote this morning. Lastly, but certainly not least, that's the biggest one for me, save the best for last. VGC has once again lent credence to reports that a Silent Hill game is in the works. However, the website sources claim that there are multiple Silent Hill games in development at various external development studios, one of which is a major Japanese developer that has not been disclosed as previously reported. Considering VGC's track record, we have some faith in this report. Following this publication, GameSpot editor and Kinda Funny's Tamoor Hussain tweeted that he's heard of the Metal Gear projects before and is confident it's a genuine effort and something will show up eventually. So yeah, you know me, man. Like I said, I'm all in on Silent Hill. Like, I want another Metal Gear. Yes, that'll be dope. That'll be crazy. That'll be great. As long as they do it right, as long as it looks beautiful, plays beautiful, and blows everybody's mind. But Silent Hill. I love the Silent Hill series because I love and it's the soundtracks too. Like they hit you everywhere. The gameplay, the story, the lore, like it's crazy. Even the graphics for the times, like it had this sort of like it gave you the feel like they set the stage, they set the tone properly for the game. Like they didn't just come and do a bunch of jump scares and stuff. They made you like frantically afraid every moment of playing those games because you didn't know what was going to happen. The music started vamping up and it was just like, oh my goodness, what the heck is about to happen? Those games are so beautiful. As you can see, if you check out my stream live on Twitch here, PabloMan44, on Wednesdays and Fridays, I will be continuing my playthrough of the Silent Hill games. I'm not what are those, the speed runner. I'm not a speed runner, so it takes a little longer, but I'm trying to finish the games live on stream. I don't want to play them off stream. So hopefully we can get Silent Hill Origins done by the end of this week. I don't know how much left of the game. I don't know how much I got left of it, but we'll figure it out. If not by the end of this week, we'll do. Maybe we'll add another streaming day. Let's see what happens. Let's see how we feel. Let's see what goes on in life. Let's see if we can get things going. If we don't, then we'll just keep going as we are. We'll keep our pace. We'll try to do 3 hours if we can. Try to put a dent in it. But yeah, man, I'm all in for Silent Hill. So please announce something. And they say a major Japanese studio. Major Japanese studios. PlayStation. So let's see what happens. On to the next story. PlayStation is open to more studio acquisitions if they share the same quality first mentality. To the surprise of few people who have been following PlayStation Studios' progress over the last year, Sony finally confirmed its acquisition. How was that a surprise? I wasn't surprised. Of Bluepoint Games today. In an interview with IGN, head of PlayStation Studios Herman Holst stated this was unlikely to be the last studio to join them either, but developers will only be welcomed into the PlayStation Studios family if they share the same quality first mentality. Bluepoint Games is just the latest team to become part of PlayStation Studios. Within the past few months, Sony has added Housemarque, Nix's Software, and Firespray. The latter then announced it had acquired Fabric Games to join its own team. Between the 5 studios, this has added approximately 500 personnel to the PlayStation Studios family, according to Escapist, the Joy of Gaming host, Shinobi602. It has been Sony's biggest year in terms of acquisitions, and this doesn't look to be stopping anytime soon, host said. We are open always to building new relationships or bringing people in-house, but only if we adhere to the quality first mentality and the right kind of innovative content, new experiences, diverse experiences. Because all of these teams, they share a lot, but they're also very different from one another. And that's what I really like. And I think that's what the PlayStation audience, the PlayStation fans deserve. It's that diverse slate of games coming out of PlayStation Studios. He later elaborated on what he meant by the quality first mentality. The way we look at our group of studios, and we now have 16 internal teams as part of PlayStation Studios, is very much the way we look at our games. It needs to be right. It needs to fit what we're about in qualitative terms. It's got to be the right games. Same with the teams. The teams they have. I don't know. That's just bad. Like a typo. Like teams have to have a very collaborative mindset. They need to be quality oriented. We're not buying teams to just be bigger. Shots fired. Oh snap. Eat it. Eat it. Eat that Xbox. I know that was a shot. You can't tell me that wasn't a shot. That was a shot fired. Because I think that's what Xbox and Microsoft was over there trying to do. Just be bigger. Come on, Bethesda. Please. We'll be so great together. Just to be bigger. You know? Because Bethesda does have some buggy games, and Microsoft doesn't know what to do with that. Because, you know, Minecraft was totally fine. Beautiful game. One of the greatest games ever. And then Microsoft buys it, and there's a lot. It's glitchy. It doesn't have a lot of issues. So, so you know. And the complaint today from Ollie the Sniper. Shout out to Ollie the Sniper. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm gonna give you the whole sentence. Oh, that's enough. Yeah, he was trying to download the Java edition because we were playing today on the Java edition, doing some survival. Shout out to my survival team, my Minecrafters, my miners, and the Gulag. Join the Gulag on Discord. I have to get the link. I'm gonna put the link up. I have it for you next stream. I keep forgetting to do that. But yeah, he was trying to download the game and he was running into so many issues. He finally got in. He finally got through after a while. But it's like you have to use your Microsoft account. And it's like, you know, you can't use your Mojang account no more. It was like a whole big problem. His name was already being used, and he's like, but you know, I'm the one using it. So it took some time for him to get in. He got in, but you know, that's the issue. There's been a lot of these little things. And they don't have great exclusive games. I'm sorry, they just don't over at Xbox. You don't. Your exclusives are mediocre and or suck. So, you know, I know you're banking on Starfield. I think that's the name of the game. You know, so hopefully it does well for you. You know, they keep saying, oh, it's definitely not coming to PlayStation. Okay. Wolverine's definitely not going to Xbox. So all right, whatever. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, that has been the problem. I think Xbox is just trying to acquire studios to, you know, be bigger. And PlayStation is taking their time, they're making the perfect decisions. These acquisitions are perfect. It's like they're getting the exact right people. They've worked with them for years. They know what they're doing. They know what they're about. They understand them. Boom. They've worked with them in some capacity. They learn the team. They know what it's about, and they want them to make games, and giving them the freedom to make the games that they want to make, just as long as the quality first mentality is there. And that is all we can ask for as gamers. Quality first. Don't try to put out a game as fast as you possibly can and make the quick buck. to get out there and have a game out, or try to make a game every year. Quality first. So if you come with the quality and that's your mentality, we got to make this great game, this great experience that it's going to last them forever. It's going to be a memory, and it's going to be nostalgic in years to come. It's going to connect with them. They're going to connect with it. That's what it's all about, and that's what I expect, and that's what I look for in games. And I'm glad that's why I'm a PlayStation gamer, because that's what they give us, and that's undeniable. So let's go on. I told you we troll Xbox here on the Play Level Podcast. This is awesome to me because she's one of my favorite actresses of all time. Rosario Dawson joins the cast of Dying Light 2, Stay Human, as Lawan, a key character in Aidan Caldwell's story. I'm looking forward to this game, man. If you've never played Dying Light, that to me is the best zombie game ever made. Hands down. Like, Resident Evil has zombies in it. They did a great job. I love the Resident Evil zombies because their eyes aren't lighting up and shooting lasers out of them and stuff. They have, they have that. They're dead. They're trying to get at you. Like, it feels right, but the scale of it isn't the same as like how Dying Light brought you a lot of zombies on that. Like, that just felt like just the way you play the game. That's a zombie game right there. Resident Evil was more than that. It was so many different things, but Dying Light was dedicated to kill the zombies and do this. It was you. If you played it, if you haven't played it, go check it out, and then you know what I'm talking about. Looking forward to this game. Comes out the day after my birthday, so I'll be 40 in a day when it's. Oh man, oh my god. I'm turning 40 February 3rd, guys. Yikes. But that'll be my birthday. It'll be my 40 stream. So I think it's a Thursday. I think my birthday's on a Thursday. It's either Wednesday or Thursday. I think it's a Thursday. I think last year was a Wednesday, and we did stream on my birthday. But yeah, I think I streamed on my birthday. I can't remember. It was a week before I moved into this house. So it'll be almost a year of living in this house when my birthday comes around. A week away from a year living in this house. So I can't wait. And this game comes out the 4th. So looking forward to it, man. Rosario Dawson, best known for her work as Ahsoka in The Mandalorian and Ahsoka Claire Temple in Daredevil and other Netflix Marvel shows, and Gale in Sin City, is lending her talents to Dying Light 2 Stay Human. What? She was in a bunch of movies. But I guess, I can't really talk about it here because they were kind of some, rated R kind of joints. But, I get it. She joins the cast of the long-awaited zombie parkour survival game. Technically, they aren't zombies, they are infected, as a character named Lawan, who will play a key role in the story of main character Aidan Caldwell. They're zombies, man. They're, it's its own play on what zombies are, but at the end of the day, that's, everybody comes with some infected somehow. Like The Last of Us, they have the, they're not considered zombies, but, they're infected with something. It's just something different, like in Days Gone, the Freakers. It's just different. It's just different. But at the end of the day, it's the zombie thing. Dying Light 2 isn't Dawson's first rodeo with video games. She previously voiced Alaris in 2016's Ratchet & Clank. Oh, she did. Megan Foster, Billy Lurk in Dishonored 2, and reprised her role from the Lego Batman movie as Barbara Gordon, Batgirl, for the Lego Dimensions. Most recently, she played Issa in NBA 2K20's My Career Story Mode. I haven't played through that. Maybe I'll play through it more just so I can see how she did in that. Dawson and her character are revealed as part of the latest Dying to Know episode, a series of videos revealing new things about the upcoming Dying Light 2. Episode 4 also showed off the music recording process at the infamous Abbey Road Studios, directed by composer Oliver de Riviere. Streets of Rage 4, A Plague Tale, Innocence, and Vampire. That was his stuff. You can hear his main theme for Dying Light 2, Stay Human, featuring the London Contemporary Orchestra, and get more insight into the music on the full episode of Dying to Know. Along with revealing the collaboration with Dawson, the episode gave more details about just who Lawson is and how her relationship with Aidan Caldwell will impact his story. It also features a closer look at the city that will be players' parkour survival playground. Previous episodes of Dying to Know have shown off the game's monsters, the day-night cycle, and more details about the upcoming parkour zombie, again not zombies, infected, survival title. It will also feature ray tracing with a focus on environmental lighting. Nice! After a brief delay out of 2021 for polish, Dying Light 2 Stay Human is scheduled for a release on February 4th, 2022 on PC, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, and Nintendo Switch cloud version. February 4th, y'all. Oh, and that looks like her. You know, I always hate when like they have like actors and actresses, you know, get in the game or whatever, and it don't look like them. That looks like her. So that's that game. I'm looking forward to that game. I'm looking forward to bashing zombies and running through hordes of zombies again. Like, it's so like I'm about to go play it again. I got too many games to play. I can't be revisiting games yet. I gotta catch up. Once I catch up, then I can go back. I can go back and jump in games that I haven't played in a while that I want to play. Because I finished Dying Light, and I was playing with my brother because he was just getting into it, and he was like, "Man, you killing them easy." Because I was like an assassin. Like I was like a superhero. My stuff was powered up. Like I did damage, you know. But nonetheless, that's an exciting story. So let's move on. This one, eyebrow raising. Sony files patent that could bring PS5 games to PlayStation Now streaming. Wow. Sony Interactive Entertainment has filed a patent that would allow the streaming of games using a network of NVMe SSDs. These are the same storage drives used in the PS5, which could mean that PS5 games will come to Sony's PlayStation Now streaming service in the future. First reported by DualShockers, the patent for the ultra-high-speed, low-latency network storage details the process of storing multiple copies of games and save data across several storage drives, a process commonly used in video game streaming services. Specifically, the patented network would be able to keep track of the different data blocks stored on the drives and access them directly, which is one of the reasons why the PS5's internal SSD features faster loading times than the PS4. In short, the streaming network would be able to keep up with the PS5's data transfer speeds and open up the possibility of streaming PS5 games. Wow. Several rumors have surfaced in the past of a possible response to Microsoft's Xbox Game Pass, which currently boasts an active user base of 18 million players. Sony recently started 1080p streaming on PlayStation Now back in April and is likely bringing the service to New Zealand and Australia. Additionally, Sony announced that a total of 5 Final Fantasy games will come to the service over the course of several months and has been adding some other hard hitters over the past couple months. Notably, the patent was originally filed back in April, around the same time as the 1080p streaming update. If anything, the new patent proves that Sony is continuing to work on its streaming infrastructure by future-proofing the company's streaming service network for the next generation. Sony has also hinted at more announcements relating to the PlayStation Now, as well as a partnership with Microsoft to utilize its Azure cloud infrastructure. While the patent alone isn't too much to write home about, it could portend some rather big PlayStation Now developments in the future. Yes, all these are little things that they're doing that are going to add up to the sum. You're going to add all these things up, and then you're going to see the final thing that they reveal, something major. All these little things are lending their little help and hand to the big picture. These are all little brushes painting little pieces of this picture. And They're all working on it, and then the big picture will be revealed soon. That is very promising. That does, remember I said earlier, I have hopes that they bring PlayStation Now and PlayStation Plus together, you know, PlayStation Plus Gold and all that. They bring it together to form one thing that is like, Xbox Game Pass, what? You suck. Look at this. Because I have PlayStation Plus and I have PlayStation Now already. Because the kids definitely like PlayStation Now, and I wanted, to play some of the old PlayStation games, on stream. So it's not expensive a month, so I have it. So if they do that, they'll be combining those two things, and I'll only have to pay for one, which would be great for me. So let's do this. That was the final story of the day. We already talked about that one. So yes, we had a lot today, man. Like, let's soak it all in. They're talking about PlayStation patents for PlayStation Now, possibly having PS5 games. Bluepoint Games now part of PlayStation. They may be working on a Bloodborne title. They are working on something original. Can't wait for that. My birthday, day after, we got Dying Light 2. I can't wait for that. Rosario Dawson has a character in it. People being banned in Battlefield 2042 for cheating, permanently banned. These companies, man, they're getting smart and they're helping us out. It'll make it better for me to play. I'll have more fun playing when I play online if all the cheaters are gone. Because I swear, sometimes I'll be playing and people will be killing me back to back to back to back to back, and I'm like, they definitely cheating. There's no way. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, how I shoot you first and I'm always the one dying. Like, I saw you first, shot you first, and you kill me. How you so far away, focus on something else, that you can see me so quick and so easy to shoot me dead in a split second. That means you're cheating. You got to be cheating. Nobody is that good. I don't want to believe it. I will not believe it. You can't get me to believe it because it don't make any sense. You're not even looking in my direction. So I know your field of view is aiming towards somewhere that way, and I'm over here. And this is a video game, not real life. So you don't have peripheral. I see you first. I start to shoot you, but you turn and like immediately turn and I'm dead. It's like, no, cheating. You're cheating. And you get banned, and I hope you get banned, you get permanently banned, and you keep trying to cheat by making new new accounts and stuff. And I know it starts to sting after a while because, your account has all the trophies and stuff. And then you got to start a new account because you're a cheater. Well, stop being a cheater. Just play, the game how it's meant to be played and get better. Or just have fun playing it how you play it, not the cheating way, but, if you're not really that good, or if you're okay, or if you're good, but, not the best, live with it. Have fun with it and play it that way, But I'm glad they're cracking down on that stuff. And yes, we getting a new Sly Cooper game. A lot of stuff we talked about today, man. It's a full podcast. If you come late, if you are just tuning in, make sure you check it out. I'll be putting it on my YouTube channel hopefully by tomorrow. If not, definitely by Thursday. I mean, definitely by Wednesday before I stream again. It'll be up on the YouTube. And check out all the stuff we talked about today. We talked about a lot of good stuff, man. PlayStation is out there working, and oh yeah, and Silent Hill. Like, there's supposed to be multiple Silent Hill games working on one big major Japanese studio, and I'm looking at a big major Japanese studio as PlayStation has to be involved with that. And let's get this Silent Hill game. Let's get it going. I can't wait. And they talking about Metal Gear Solid 3 remake. I don't care which Metal Gear you remake, as long as you get it right, you get it looking beautiful, get it playing good, playing well, and they do it right. Hey, I'm all for it. I wish they didn't start at 3. I don't know why they would start at 3. Why wouldn't you remake the Metal Gear Solid, the first one? Remake that, start from there, so that you can do what Resident Evil did, even though they didn't do the first one. So they started at 2, and then they did 3. So I mean, you could have did 2 and then I mean, there is Metal Gear Solid, which isn't the first Metal Gear, but you know, hey, I'm not going to complain. Maybe the rumors are incorrect. Maybe they are working on. Maybe they just have multiple ones. I don't know. Let's see. When they announce it, we'll know. When we know, we'll know. You know. Well, that concludes the Play Level podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Each and every Monday, we come in here and we nerd out about video games, nerd out about PlayStation stuff. We nerd out about sports. I talked about sports in the beginning. I had to get that out the way first because Chicago Bulls will be playing the first preseason game tomorrow, so I'm excited about that. The Chicago Sky are up 2-1 in their series, which if they close it out could lead to the finals, or will lead to the finals. So hopefully they can win the chip, because my favorite basketball player in the WNBA, Candace Parker, is on the Chicago Sky now. She wasn't getting treated right over at the LA Sparks, and it's sad and unfortunate. She's a great player. She's a legend. She's a Hall of Famer in the making. So I hate when funny stuff happens. You know, it's like something like, I don't like the funny stuff. I've been following the Sparks for a long time. You know, I got a cousin who dances for the LA Sparks old school crew. And it's like, I was a fan of the Sparks for a long time. I didn't claim exclusivity like I do with the Bulls. Bulls since 87. I'm a Chicago Bulls fan since 87. I was a Sparks fan when Lisa Leslie played. And over the years, I've followed the Sparks, but I haven't really watched it like that to call myself a true fan. But, you know, I like the Sparks, but Chicago Sky is a Chicago team. I'm a Chicago Bulls fan, so it just felt natural to follow them too. And now they got my favorite player, so. Oh, thank you. When dinner is served, don't get jealous. It's piping hot. So, yeah, and the Giants won their first game. They got beat the first 3 games. We 0-3, and now we 1-3. We beat the Saints, so happy times, happy things to talk about. So make sure you check me out here every Monday, every Wednesday, and every Friday. Mondays we do the podcast. Wednesdays and Fridays we play video games. We are on Silent Hill now. We are doing Silent Hill Origins. We're trying to get through that, and then we'll go on with the story. We'll try to, you know, go in order. I can't find a proper chronological order. Everyone has their own opinion about it. So I'm just going to do Silent Hill Origins and then maybe Silent Hill 1 or Silent Hill Shattered Memories. I'll figure that one out. But that's what we're doing. And check me out on YouTube, The Dad Level. Show you the logo. I always do. I always like to show you that. Is the logo at the bottom. Well, underneath me, that's the intro to the video. So check that out. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Do all that good stuff. Get those algorithms rolling. Get more people to view. Make it go out to more people so that it's suggested to more people. Same thing with the stream here. You know, come here, be a viewer, hit the follow so that more people can, you know, follow too. And we can have a blast as a community and discuss these things as a community. Let's band together, gamers. Let's band together, especially the PlayStation gamers. We got some incredible stuff coming in the works. So hopefully, you know, we get some more announcements coming soon. Nonetheless, follow me on TikTok as well. TikTok, I do funny stuff on there. I make myself laugh and I make other people laugh, and I hope I'll make you laugh. My TikTok is PabloMan44_Twitch. You'll see it on the next screen. So make sure you, on the next screen, you write down everything that you see. My Twitch, it's my Twitch, my YouTube, my TikTok, and my Twitter. All right, and make sure you follow, subscribe, whatever you got to do to all those. Make sure you like the videos, watch the content, share the content. Let's do all this, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Silent Hill Origins. Be ready to be afraid, be ready to get scared, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace and love. Y'all stay up. I'm gonna eat dinner now. Peace.